Hi, Lions. Glad to see you're back here. I don't know whether to call you Lions or Cubs. But today we're going to be speaking with Mary Sheckles Jones, and she will be here shortly. I thought what I would like to do is show you her website. So I'm going to get that ready. And I see she's about to join us. All right, so here we are. As you can see, here's her book, Mary Sheckles Jones, Starting Down the Right Path. Beautiful, beautiful. Um, Called From Christianity to Discipleship. Hi, Mary. We're showing off your website.
Hi.
I have a t-shirt here, Tell the World You Are a Disciple. Um, that is really cool. I'm Called From Christianity to Discipleship. Her other book is Finding Yourself by Renewing Your Mind. And then she has another t-shirt, Introducing Your Holy Spirit to Your Human Spirit. Mary, I love this one. I saw this and it's like, I have to get that one. I don't wear t-shirts that much, but I like that one. I'm going to have to get that
Well,
one.
I'm gonna tell you this like this, Miss Linda. Buy the book and the T-shirt comes free.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Yeah, there's a bundle package on my website as well. So if you click on the bundle, well, bundle is gonna give you the T-shirt and it's going to give you the book. I think it's $25, but I guess it's just a personal thing coming from me. You can get the battle book and I give you the T-shirt. That's my free offer, but the offer has already declined. It's stopped. It was only like for 10 days. But you can, if you buy from me, I will give you the T-shirt. Just buy the
Awesome.
book and I could just send you the T-shirt.
Like that. I like that. Awesome.
Okay.
So today you said you wanted to speak on teaching.
Um, you know, uh, I had chose to speak on another topic,
Sure.
but this one here kept jumping out. It kept calling me back to the topic of teaching.
Hmm.
And I asked the Lord, I said, why am I going to speak on teaching when there's a lot of counselors, there's a lot of coaches, there's a lot of preachers, there's a lot of people that's teaching. You got evangelists, you got missionaries, you got teaching. And I think it all goes back to me, it's my own personal opinion. This is not in found in the Bible or anywhere written, hopefully not. That teaching, you teach a person something. You're teaching them something that you know, that you experience, your relationship to God, or your relationship to whatever that is that they're going through. So let me just give you the definition. After I did my little research and everything, let me just tell you what teaching is. I have to put my glasses. Let me just read it for you. Okay. It says definition of teaching: to instruct, to inform, to communicate to another person, giving knowledge of that of which he was ignorant of. Now, just looking at these definitions: to instruct. Who will you instruct and how will you instruct them? To inform. How can you inform someone of something that you have never gone through? To
Hmm.
communicate. To communicate is, to me, it's like giving knowledge of that of which they was ignorant of. In the book of Hosea, I had to go to the Bible. In the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6, God was talking to the high priests of how they had rejected him because he told the priest that my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge because they, the priests, was refusing to obey him. And that is true. Because if they was also teaching from the book of Isaiah, from the prophet Isaiah, but they did not mention anything in the Bible, anything in their teaching in the synagogues about the coming of the Messiah. They didn't know who he was. They never heard that he was coming and whatever. But in the synagogue, you have the priest there, you have I guess you'd have priests and scribes there, and they're reading from the scrolls of scriptures. But you find in the book of Isaiah 53, you find, the explanation of Isaiah 53 is very strong. I request that everyone read Isaiah 53 with a great understanding and with open mind. Now, an ignorant person can be dangerous. Even an uneducated person can be dangerous, for they do not know the truth. Let's take an ignorant person, dissect an ignorant person. What is an ignorant person? He doesn't know the truth. He's gonna speak whatever he feels like he's supposed to speak. He wants to say whatever he feels like he wants to say. And an educated person, and an uneducated person. Now you're gonna give him a word and ask him for his definition of that word. If he have not heard it from the streets, he wouldn't know what that word means, because he's uneducated. He never looked the word up. He never even thought about the word. Look at the word truth. Truth. What is truth? So if you're going to teach, how are you going to teach? What are you going to teach? You should teach the truth. Nothing but the truth. And then we got, and I would say that intelligent heart acquires knowledge, and the ear of the wise, you will seek knowledge. You can't teach nothing that you know nothing about. I can't sit here and teach. I'm going to use myself for an example. I can't teach software. I can't teach apps. I have no knowledge of. So why would I want to teach that? So if you didn't have no knowledge of something that you are teaching, but you got to believe this: teaching is being a leader. And the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, because he's a leader. He's a teacher. He's a leader. So the beginning of fear is knowing the Lord. Now, that's the reason why I teach. So no one can be ignorant and lack of knowledge, so all can know the truth. That's why I'm willing to teach, call from Christianity to discipleship. You are called, God is calling everyone from the four corners of the earth. You are a Christian. Christianity is a movement. Okay, it's a movement. So how can I teach a movement if I'm not in the movement? Okay, now discipleship. He's calling everyone to get into the movement, to be a disciple, to go forth, like he said in Matthew 28, verse 19. Go ye therefore and teach all nations. He said, teach all nations. The word teach. He said, teach all nations. And teach what you know, not what somebody else knows. Teach what you know. There are about 40 or more scriptures in the Bible on knowledge. It's a lot of scriptures in there that's going to talk to you about knowledge. But what does the Bible say about knowledge? Let's see. It is saying that knowledge is power. Also, knowledge is light. When one is knowledgeable, he is empowered as well as enlightened. So if you know what you know, if you are knowledgeable of what you are teaching, there is an enlightenment. There is a glow or because you know what that person is going through because you experienced it. And that's what teaching is, putting you in the know. So you're going to inform this person, you're going to instruct this person of how you overcame. So you're teaching, okay? When we invest in the lives of others, we invest not only what we know, but who we are as a person. So, how can you teach someone something, back to this, that you're not equipped with, that you have no knowledge of? I can't say, Miss Linda, come on, let's teach me what you do. You would be informing me, you would be instructing me. Am I wrong? No. Let me tell you a story. This is so funny to me, but I'm going to tell you this story anyway. I can recall when I was going to Sunday school, a little younger, and my Sunday school teacher, she was very knowledgeable, very knowledgeable. She's a great Sunday school. I was just a Sunday school assistant. I just loved the way that she was teaching. She was so knowledgeable. So one Sunday night, I decided to pray. After I went to Bible from Sunday school, went to church, went back to church that evening for evening service. And that night I prayed. That stayed on my heart all that long. Lord, I want to be like my Sunday school teacher. I want to have the knowledge and the know-how that she has. So I prayed and I prayed. Lord, teach me, give me the knowledge and the wisdom that she has. Oh, I got the answer. He answered, he said, if you can go through what she been through, then your request will be granted. I said,
Wow.
whoa. So I didn't know what she went through. So I went back Sunday, and that Sunday, and I asked my Sunday school teacher, and I told her, I said, I prayed last week for God to give me the knowledge that you had. And she just started laughing. She said, I said, why are you laughing? He said, I can get what you got if I can go through what you went through. She said, girl, if you only knew. I said, wow. I said, what you mean? She said, teaching is not easy. Teaching the word of the Lord is difficult. And she said, and what I've been through, a lot of trials and a lot of tribulations. She said, being a Christian does not mean that you would not be tempted, that you would not have trials, and that
Mm.
you would go through so much iniquities, all this transgression. She said, teaching is not easy. She said, being a leader is not easy. So teaching is being a leader. I said, whoa. So in Psalms 32, verse 8, God said to all of us, I will point out the road that you should follow. I will be your teacher and watch over you. Mm. Being a teacher means being able to lead, but not all teachers are leaders. I
Mhm.
said, whoa. I said, oh, not all teachers are leaders. So teaching, for one, you got to watch your words. You got to watch how you respond. You got to have all of these things in play. Teaching, what are you willing to accept from a student? Like I said, some students are uneducated, some students are ignorant. How would you accept a student just blurting out something that you're not aware of, or that you don't understand? So your words are very powerful. And so instead of you hollering back at an uneducated student or an ignorant student, you have to watch your words. You got to watch your composure. People read body language. So being a teacher, teaching, teaching others, is very, very hard to me. And that's how I feel when I have to teach calls from Christianity to discipleship. Um, with the help of Andrew, I'm about to change my whole concept. The free things will not be free. You have to buy the bundle. My free stuff will be teaching a course in becoming a discipleship. So I will be teaching you what God is looking for, just to be a teacher, so you can teach other people. And that's 10 different stages in to be a person that God is looking for. He's looking for faithful men and women, someone who will start the process
Mm.
but won't quit. No backsliding. No, Lord, I don't want to do this anymore. Or Lord, this is hard. Teaching is hard. Teaching is not easy. So now I see why God tells me to teach, to speak on teaching. Because I was getting ready, I was willing to not run, but to change the topic of teaching. But it would not leave my mindset. It kept coming back to teaching, teaching. I said, Lord, that's kind of difficult to teach. But he said, can you recall mm, an inclination within you to resist a demand? I said, yeah, teaching. I didn't want to teach on teaching. I didn't want to teach on teaching. He said, this desire to rebel against people or against any topic can be seen even in our children today and stay with many people throughout their lives. I said, wow, that's true. How many kids rebel, or if you tell a child the stove is hot and they want to touch it anyway, or if you tell a child that they can't do this or they can't go that and they do it anyway. So they are rebelling against the truth. They want to seek their own truth. They want to find their own truth by touching a hot stove, or they want to just go against what you say, you know? But I'm going to look at this right here in Jude chapter 1, verse 5, when it says, don't forget what happened to those people that the Lord had rescued from Egypt. Teaching. He was teaching, Moses was teaching them, and Moses was teaching them everything. He said, well, some of them did not have faith, and he destroyed them. He destroyed them. So I'm going to ask you this. Are you called to lead, to be a teacher, to teach? And the question I gave to myself, how about teaching called from Christianity to discipleship? Am I called to teach? Do I know enough to teach? That's the questions I ask myself. See, our desire for leadership is good. I believe everyone like to be a leader or a teacher. There is a hidden leadership in all of us, and it's trying to be free, to be set free. Teaching is freedom. Teaching freedom is something that we all have, but you can't teach something that you don't know. You can't teach nothing that there's that the ignorant people or the ignorant person or the uneducated person is going to grasp. They may say something. How are you going to respond to it? You can't respond angrily. You can't respond the way they respond. You have to respond with compassion. You got to respond with understanding. Your words, watch your words, your body language. Even an uneducated person can read body language. Even an uneducated one can read body language. Okay, now we're gonna say, but I said, watch your words, listen to yourself. That's what Monica always tell me when I put videos out there. She'll say, Mary, just listen to yourself. Listen to how the words are coming out of your mouth. Your eyes are going here, your mouth is going there. She said, watch you. Look at you. And so that's what I do. I look at me. Listen to how you lead or teach. Your words are you. The words that comes out of your mouth are you. But look at James chapter 3, verse 16. It says, and the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. The tongue is so set among our members that it divides the whole body. Your tongue speaks life and death. Your tongue tells who you are. You curse men, you bless men, all coming out of your mouth. Those are your words. But in verse 8 it says, but no man can tame the tongue. It is an unruly evil, full of deadly poison. Verse 9 of the same chapter, which is James chapter 3, verse 9, it says, with it we bless our God and Father, and we curse men. Verse 10 says, out of the same mouth proceeds blessings and cursing. James chapter 3 tells you about the tongue. How can you teach somebody with a tongue? You're going to curse your student 1 minute, and you're going to call him something else out of your mouth at the same time. Oh, he's so ignorant. He's so uneducated. He's so naive. Watch your words. Watch your body language when you teach. The pros and cons of teaching are the words that comes out of your mouth and your body language. Teaching begins learning. Teaching brings learning. It brings new attitude. It brings a new you. The old you will die away if you talk properly. The old you will die away if you talk properly. Your understanding will increase if you're taught properly. Teaching is important. Leading is important. Because I'll go back and say it again. When we invest ourselves in others' lives, we give them more than our knowledge. We give them who we are. Who are you? Can you teach? Leading is more than teaching. Both will extend far beyond just learning. For you will become a mentor, a confidant, and a friend. People become leaders just to teach, make a difference in the lives of many as they can. So what you teach, you're going to try to change so many people's lives, so many. And I thank Monica, La Colombian, for a lot of things that she has taught me, shown me, and she causes me to listen to myself, to examine myself. Are you teaching the right way? Who are you teaching to? Do you have an uneducated person there? Or do you have an ignorant person there? Can you tell the difference between an ignorant and an uneducated person? I can't. Can you? So teaching, watch the words come out of your mouth. Watch your body language. And just really watch your response, because an uneducated person can read your body language. An ignorant person can check your response. An ignorant person can tell, check your body language. Watch how you carry yourself, or you being watched every day. You can teach what you want to teach. You can say what you want to say. But remember, you being watched. Someone, if not one of your students, but someone is watching you to see how you respond, to see how you carry yourself, to see how you react in certain circumstances. If your life is being threatened, how are you going to respond? Are you going to turn the other cheek like God said? Or are you going to be ignorant? Are you going to become uneducated? Watch who you are. Watch your language. I would say for me, and for myself only, I will watch my body language and I will watch the words that comes out of my mouth. And my name is Mary Sheckles Jones. And if you have any questions, I'll be more than glad to answer the best I know how. Because I am not ignorant and I am not uneducated. Thank to God and to thank the college and the theologian school. Thank you.
Oh,
Miss, do you have any questions?
well, Mary, I want to kind of touch on something you said right at the end about
Mm-hmm.
teaching. You know, some people say, "Oh, I'm not going to teach. I don't want to teach," but each of us do teach. People are watching
Mm-hmm.
all the time. Our children are watching us, our family, our friends, our neighbors. So we're teaching them by the way we react to each other, to certain circumstances, whether we react in a godly manner, in a loving, a compassionate way, or whether we react in being rude and selfish. And you know, we're always teaching, whether we realize it or not. Don't you agree?
I agree completely. I agree completely because it goes back to not just you being watched, but it goes back, excuse me, it goes back to this one question. Okay. Can you recall an inclination within you to resist a demand? This desire to rebel against orders can be seen in our children, children, and our children, and some ignorant and some uneducated person. They're going to rebel because they don't know. They're looking for the truth. They're seeking truth.
Mhm.
So, if you being a teacher, you being a leader, you're going to tell them and teach them the truth. And if they rebel against you teaching them the truth, you have to be able to back up what you're saying. Where you can say, well, I experienced this. I've been through this. Well, my own experience, I have a personal relationship with God. I have experienced God through so much. I should have been dead a long time ago, but God came and took me through. I've been on the threshing floor of God where spirits was removed out of my body. I've been through the drug scene. I've been through a lot of places where I could speak on because I've experienced it. I've experienced it all. I can't say I experienced death. I can just say that death didn't have no sting when it came to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Mary, thank you so much for coming on today. I just I wish we were neighbors. I would just come over and just bask in your presence every day and just talk with you. This I enjoy being around you. I enjoy hearing the wisdom in your words. Just thank you so much, and we thank you for those who are able to attend this live. The replay will be on YouTube, and be sure and check out Mary's website. Again, it's MarySheckleJones.com. She has books and t-shirts, and if you buy a book, she'll give you a t-shirt right now.
Yes, I will.
All right. So thank you, Mary, for being on here again. And I do look forward to when you come back. I would like to have you return. And just have a blessed day. And thank you all for being here.
Okay, Monica, thank you for inviting me. I will come back again. And this time I won't be rebellious. I was the rebellious when God told me to speak on teaching. I was like, teaching, that's hard. That's really hard to teach on. So,
You did really
but I
well.
think
Thank
I
you.
pray that I did what I needed to do. Hope I got the word out there to you to become a teacher, to understand what teaching is. It's not just teaching is hard. It's very, very hard. It's difficult because you are going to have the kids, the students that's going to be rebelled, or you're going to have an uneducated person in what you're teaching on. And then you have some out there that's teaching on fighting drugs and how to overcome drugs. And I always say, how can you teach that something that you don't know?
Exactly.
You have to experience
Exactly.
it.
All right. Well,
Mm-hmm.
thank you, Mary. And we'll see all of you tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow because
Yeah.
today's Wednesday. It'll be Monday,
Yes.
Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. All right.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right.
Uh huh. Bye bye.